How does it feel to be retired at 20 years old?
It's weird.
Hi guys, I'm with one of my friends from Cornell, Makenna. Makenna was on the Cornell women's hockey team until this year. We're going to talk a little bit about her journey as a medical retiree.
Yeah.
So you're from Canada. So different. You guys have milk in bags, and you like pronounce extra vowels that aren't there. But we talk about this all the time. Can you talk a little bit about how you started and how you got to where you are now?
So my dad had me on the ice at the ripe age of 3. I couldn't skate, but he pushed me around in a little chair, breaking his back just to get me on the ice. And I think I committed, it was really early in high school.
Really?
Like before, yeah.
I remember people committing to like play volleyball at like 8th grade, and I was so scared because I didn't even play volleyball then.
So at the end of my freshman year, I started getting really bad hip pain. And kind of looked at it like, okay, maybe you pulled hip flexor, pulled groin, revisited it, and it didn't really get any better. Went to get an MRI, found out I had a tear in my labrum, I had really bad cam hip impingements, and a couple other things that were going on. So initially we approached it from like, okay, cortisone injection, didn't help me. Went home for summer, was home for a week, had my surgery booked, and then 6 weeks post-op on my left, I started getting really bad pain in my right, and I had my second surgery in December. And then, so I was out. So I did not play at all last season, which really, really took a toll on me. I couldn't sleep. I couldn't sit in all my classes throughout the day. I couldn't walk around. There was a lot of things that was impacting me outside of hockey.
People know about like medical red shirt. It kind of seems like this was like a long process.
Right.
Why not like continue and see what happens after surgery?
Yeah. So initially, when I had my first surgery, the objective was to get back to hockey. And I think after the second surgery, the objective was to get me back to a healthy life.
Right.
Before I even knew that my hips were an issue, my freshman year, I struggled a lot with mental health. And, that's something I'm very transparent about because, like, we shouldn't really be normalizing struggling. And, it is hard. It's hard to go to Cornell.
Yeah.
And then you add being a D1 athlete on top of that.
And Cornell hockey athlete, which, like, say what you want about Ivy League sports, but, like, you cannot talk anything about Cornell hockey, especially women's hockey. Like, she wanted to be Olympian. Like, that was a very reasonable goal.
Yes, it was stepping back and realizing, okay, like, even as a practice player, am I going to benefit my teammates?
Yeah.
Am I going to be able to be positive on the ice and really be like, okay, you know what? It's not discouraging that I'm getting beat by my teammates. I mean, my teammates are phenomenal. For me, emotionally, like, I'm not sure I would have been able to handle it. Actually, not even I'm not sure. I know I wouldn't have been able to handle it because going back to the place that I was in freshman year was just not feasible for me, whatsoever.
You still live with your teammates.
Yeah.
Like, I still hang out with your hockey team because of you. You're still involved with Waka. Do you feel like you're still part of it? Do you even want to still feel like you're an athlete?
I think that I've really honestly like blossomed this year.
Yeah.
My relationship with my teammates has improved immensely, and I think that's due to the fact that I am like me now.
Yeah.
I was a shell of the person that I actually truly was in my freshman and sophomore year just because of the fact of where I was mentally.
Yeah. What advice do you have for people who are deciding right now whether they should retire, redshirt, or stay?
I think recognizing that, stepping away from your sport isn't such a shameful decision that sometimes it's made out to be. There's a lot of recognition for the athletes who come back from, an ACL tear, for example, but no one really talks about the other side of it. When you realize I can't do this anymore, it's not best for me, and you have to step away, people are honestly probably going to respect you and place less judgment on you than what you think. And that's something that I've come to learn just because of like the reciprocation and like respect and honesty and, transparency that my teammates have given me as well.
Hey guys, it's Sydney. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Let's Talk About It. If you did, make sure to leave a review and send it to a friend. Let's keep this conversation going. I'll see you guys next week.